everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Lebanese Kitchen Live for more Lebanese food inspiration, information, and of course, entertainment. This week, we have our Lebanese guest cook from Fadia Food Adventure herself, the fabulous Fadia, all the way from her kitchen in St. Albans. And here is our star cook-along chef, of course, Sharbil, to introduce the beautiful Fadia and what food will be making our mouths water today, ready for dinner, and also a recap of the ingredients that we will be using. Sharbil, hi.
Hello from my kitchen for yet another adventure. I hope you guys are enjoying all of these funny Sunday kitchen cooking, and then mostly enjoying the food you end up with. I personally am paying the price in terms of growth of my belly. I don't know if you guys feeling the same, but I need to start working out much harder. Anyway, so today we have a fabulous dish from fabulous Fadia. I feel every time like we invite spectacular cooks, that makes me at shame. Like I look at what I end up with. Oh my God, I have to stop that. Anyway, Fadia, it's over to you. Please tell us about what we're going to cook. What are the ingredients? What other things, like what other sort of utensil and other anything needed to prepare that so that people following us can get ready. And over to you, Fadia.
Hi everybody, here's Fadia's Food Adventure. Nice to meet you all. I'm going to introduce myself. So I'm Fadia. I am Lebanese. I grew up in Germany and I love cooking. This is one of my hobbies. My second hobby is sewing. But I am going now to introduce you to one of our signature dish in Lebanon, which is Fattet. Fattet is in Lebanon, especially in south of Lebanon, is for breakfast, not for everyday's food. It's like for breakfast and Ramadan. But it's such a delicious dish, so you can eat it anytime. So we eat it here really anytime. And it's just light. It's only a few ingredients. You don't need much. All you need is, I will show you, the chickpeas. You need some yogurt. You need lemon, garlic, and some garnishing, and nuts. And not to forget olive oil. Olive oil is very important part of our diet in Lebanon. Exactly. And if you like to have it meaty version, what you need is extra meat. I'm using today some minced meat to make it. So now, and what you need is spices, cumin, and salt. That's it. You don't need more than that. Okay, shall we start?
Go, are you ready? Sharbil, are you ready?
I'm ready. So we need, what do we need? A pot? Anything? What else do we need? A pan? Something to mix the whole?
Yes. So is your hummus hot? Did you cook your hummus?
We need to have the hummus boiled, that's for sure. We ask people to boil their hummus. So
all right, okay.
It needs to be soaked overnight and prepare and boil for what, an hour, 2 hours?
Yeah, around 2.5 hours usually cooking.
Okay.
Yes, and it should be soft.
So for me, the nuts, I had a mix of almonds and pine nuts, and I'm using minced lamb because I like it fatty, but you could have minced beef as well, right? And we need bread, am I right? We need pita bread, correct?
Yes, pita bread. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I got my Arabic bread instead of pita bread. I love my Arabic bread.
Oh, Rayyan, lovely.
And then I am preparing the minced meat with butter. So I have butter here.
Okay, I rather prefer it with oil, but it's fine. You can, it's your choice.
And then you cut lemon, right?
Yes.
Lemon. And when you're frying the minced meat, do you put onion in it or not?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you have onions as well. Good.
So put the onion for the meat.
Let's go.
Yes. So now we start. Do you have your pita ready? So open your
So we're
paper
starting
and
with
put
the
it.
bread.
Pardon?
We're starting with the bread.
Yes. Let's put the bread. I mean, the hummus need to be hot, Travel. It's yours hot. Mine is on the cooker. Did you heat your hummus, Travel? I can't hear you.
It was boiled for 6 hours, and I just took it like I slow cooked it. You said boil it. I slow cooked it.
Yeah, I know. But is it now hot?
No. Should I heat it up?
Yes.
So I can put it in the
Please.
microwave for 2 minutes.
And now put it in the pan. Don't use microwave. I hate microwave. Well, that's been changed. No microwave.
Ignore microwave.
I put my bread inside the oven.
Okay.
Sure, but Lebanese food is fresh food. You don't put it in the microwave. No microwave for Lebanese food, please. Please.
Sherbet, turn your cooker on. Yalla, turn the cooker on and get those chickpeas hot.
Just put them inside your pan, put them on your cooker. Look, I will take this here so you can see it. No, here. Can you see how hot it is?
We saw the steam, Fadia.
Pardon?
We saw the steam come up.
Yes, exactly. Can you see?
Give us one more shot. Like, bring it closer and we can see the steam. Oh, really hot. Oh, yeah, really hot. Yeah.
Yes. It is supposed to be very hot.
Very hot still. It needs to be really hot, like steamy hot.
Yes. So, Sherman, while your chicken is heating up, let's prepare the yogurt.
Okay.
Okay? Get your yogurt. And let's...
So, Fadia, you mentioned that you make your own yogurt? You make your own latte?
Oh, yes. I do make my own yogurt. I do make my own labneh. And for Fattet, actually, what I do is, because I like to have it like fat-free. So I can use my yogurt for it. But if you're making labneh, so you let the whey come out, and when the whey comes out, the fat comes out as well. So what I do is I use labneh, I dilute it again with water to make it yogurt again. So this way I have a fat-free yogurt, but delicious one. It tastes completely different than the one in the shops. It's really, really nice.
So for me, I go for full fat. Never try to take away the fat. So my yogurt is full of fat already. And I make my own as well.
Chef, believe me, if you do, you won't taste different. Because if you buy fat-free yogurt, it doesn't taste nice. Yeah. If you do it this way, it's not the same. It tastes like full fat yogurt. You have the full flavor, but still the healthy version. You know, if you're making like Slimming World, or if you're doing Weight Watcher or whatever, do you know, this one here now has 0 cents or 0 smart points when it comes down to your diet, comparing to the full fat yogurt. Exactly. Full fat yogurt, many of them they can't eat because of this. You see. Have you got your tahini?
Oh, we forgot to mention tahini.
Oh no.
Oh no, you got to get it out of there. Oh, check your bread. Check your bread. Check your bread and turn it around.
Always has a tahini.
This is the way it should look like, the brownish one, okay? So I'm turning around to have this one brown as well.
Okay, I got the tahini now. What do we do?
Have you got the tahini now? Good.
Are you sure that's not peanut butter in your hand?
Pardon?
Peanut butter.
No, I got this one. Okay. This is very convenient because you can put it upside down, so you don't have any leftovers at the end. You see?
Ah, very good. Yeah, because I don't like it. When sometimes the tahini sets right at the bottom, it's really messy and hard to get it all out. Very good.
Exactly. And this way you have it upside down, so it's much easier. So I need to have a very long spoon.
Fadia, you need to explain to us what you are doing with the yogurt and the tahini.
Pardon?
What are you doing with the tahini and the yogurt?
Ooh, we need 2 spoons of tahini inside the yogurt, but now I had my first accident. The tahini poured out of the surface. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Yes, we need 2 spoons. I'm going to spoon it out of my chopping board into the yogurt. 2 spoons of tahini.
So the tahini is going into the yogurt.
Yes, exactly.
Did you get that, Sharbil?
Yeah, so I'm putting the tahini and I'm gonna put the yogurt on top.
Okay. So you're doing it the opposite way.
Because the place where I have the yogurt is not big enough for here. Here I am.
Of course. We need. Yeah, it's not big enough.
Here. And then, at what point you add the garlic to the yogurt?
No, don't add the to the yogurt. I mean, you can. Many people do that, but I find the garlic, if you add it to that chickpeas, it falls much, much better taste-wise.
Okay, I'll follow your way.
Fadia's just wiping the surface. She's just wiping the surface as she goes along. Can you make sure that you're wiping the surface as you go along, Sharbil?
Yes, please. Don't forget. It's very important. And all the time.
I think we confused him.
What are you saying?
Sharbil, have got your salt. I forgot to mention for you, you need salt as well.
In the yogurt?
Your yogurt.
I have much fancier salt. Look.
Good. Okay. I refill this one. I refill this one all the time because if I do it with this one, I don't need a spoon. I know roughly how much a spoon is without looking at it.
You just do it with your eyes.
I do it just with my eyes. I do everything just with my eyes and with my nose. When I had corona, when I was tested positive, I was baking bread. So I couldn't smell it. I lost my sense of smell.
Everyone put your masks on. Fadia had corona. Put your masks on.
Luckily, I'm immune now. So have you mixed your yogurt? Have you mixed your yogurt and your tahini?
Very good. Look at the color.
Look at this. Good, very good. It needs to be a little bit more liquidy than mine. Mine is still too thick. So add water if it's too thick.
So you see, because I use yogurt, nothing doesn't require water.
No, but sometimes depending on the yogurt, if you're using Greek yogurt, you need to dilute it as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next? How come it's hot?
The next step is put your yogurt to the side, please.
Is it hot?
And now you do your hummus.
Charbila, is your hummus hot? Are your chickpeas hot? Is it steamy hot?
Steamy hot. You could see the steam, no?
Okay, not really.
You need eyeglasses.
So what I will do is, I made here 2 portions. One for the meaty one and one for the vegetarian one. They're supposed to be made exactly the same, but I will do 1 portion now for the...
Yeah, I will do the same maybe. For the, yeah.
I know you're a copycat, but don't worry.
You can do it.
So I took half of it and put it here. So I'll do the first half first, okay? So what we need here is the cumin, around 1/3 spoon of cumin. Have you got cumin? Sure, Bill.
So let's repeat. You put the hummus, right? And then you put cumin on top.
I put it in the pan, yes. I put it on low heat. No, I put it on low heat. And now I got the cumin. And I got my salt again. So I put salt on the top of it, around a teaspoon, maybe slightly less than a teaspoon. I put around 1/3 of a teaspoon cumin. And now I crush my garlic inside.
Fadia, I love that you use the finjan ahwe for the kamon.
Yes,
Very
I love
good.
my Arabic coffee. I love my Arabic coffee cups. And look what I got as well. Look at this. Samar, can you see?
Show me. Oh, yeah. I've got plenty in this cupboard here.
Here,
Very nice.
I just finished my coffee. Look,
Yeah,
I
I've got
needed
around 12. I've got around 12 different. Yeah, I got this one as well. Exactly the same, but outside, you know, it is outside in the car because I like my picnics. And at the moment, I'm meeting my friends only outside. So every time we meet, I get coffee. I have my Arabic coffee, my cooker, everything inside the car, outside.
You have a cooker in the car?
Yes. Yeah.
So you plug it into the phone, you plug it in the phone charger?
No, I have a little camping cooker with a gas bottle, exactly. So I have one bag in the car. I've got my Arabic coffee in there. I've got my Arabic coffee cups. I've got.
Samar, think about it.
To the work with my friends.
People have spare tires in their car.
Yeah.
For emergency coffee outages.
No, I do have spare tires as well. If any of my friends who had coffee with me outside on the picnic is watching, please confirm. You can watch, you can see one video of me. There's one video of me on my Instagram pouring the coffee outside on the car park. So we went to a park, you know, here in Hatfield. It was really, really nice weather. We went to Hatfield House and the restaurant was closed. So we did have a look at the gardens and everything. We finished, needed to close. So we went out to the car and then I got my coffee and everything out and we sat on the grass and then we made coffee in the middle of the car park. And then we had our nice coffee. So it was really nice. Yeah, I do it all the time.
Well, if I'm ever stranded on M25, I'll definitely want to be stranded with you. That sounds like a really good plan. I think I might do that, actually. I think I might put myself an electric cooker and a finjan and some tambak. Not tambak,
No,
but
you don't have electricity in your car. You don't have electricity in your car, not the electric one. So put a gas one with a gas bottle, put a bottle of water, some cups, and kitchen towels I have inside there, and some sugar. Just in case someone like that sugar in his coffee or whatever. Yeah, do that. It's really
amazing.
Think about it. You might not have electric power in the car. Do you want to run out of?
Yes, that's why I said gas bottle. Yeah. So, have you done your hummus? Have you done your hummus, chef? Don't talk too much, please. Have you done your hummus?
Yalla.
What do I need with the hummus?
Yalla, come on.
What do I do with the hummus? I mixed it with cumin. What else? And salt. What else?
Cumin, salt, garlic. Did you put the garlic?
The yogurt again. I forgot.
Did you put the garlic?
In the yogurt.
Garlic.
I put the garlic in the yogurt.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. No?
Okay. Now this one is prepared. Yogurt is prepared. Now let's go to the nuts. So we need to fry them.
You don't fry the nuts?
Yeah. Now we fry the nuts. That's why I said, let's fry the nuts.
Fadia, I'm hoping that you're going to teach me how to fry my nuts properly, because there's a trick, right? You should put the nuts in cold oil, not hot oil.
Exactly. So now we are putting the oil in.
So I use butter.
Not too much of oil, because we are going to be adding olive oil to it.
So Sharbil is frying his nuts in butter.
I mean, it's really, it's as he like it, but I prefer oil. I think, afterwards, fat is cold. You want to warm it up, but it will become, thick
It
content.
hardens. Yeah.
If you,
I never
so
had
butter,
this
you need to.
I never had this problem. The first it finishes while it's hot.
But sometimes depending what you're doing, we are making now too. I'm making too, so there's going to be some leftovers, and you don't want to heat fat; it won't taste nice. So this is why I'm putting all my nuts in there. So I'm using for myself mixed nuts. I don't know if you can see here.
Yeah.
I think those are from Morrison even, and sliced almond. Can you see?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fattet needs to be eaten fresh, right? You can't make it and then leave it in the fridge and then reheat it the next day.
No, it needs to be freshly eaten. I mean, you can eat it afterwards. It tastes also nice when it's pretty cold, but usually you eat it straight. Whatever is left, then you eat it cold afterwards.
Yeah, I don't have this problem. I never had it. It always finishes hot.
Okay, just a tip, because not everyone eat everything at once. So, did you put your nuts on the cooker?
Yes, I'm
This is
putting
on
my
your
nuts.
cooker.
Like the almond and pine nuts.
Brilliant.
Great.
Yes, great.
Chad's got his nuts on the cooker. Great.
Not exactly, but the pine nuts and the almond.
Great.
So while the nuts are on the cooker and the chickpeas are on low heat.
The chickpeas need to go on low heat.
Yes, I let them on low heat. Of course, they need to be hot when the yogurt comes on the top.
Just make sure your chickpeas don't go cold. You need to keep them, hot, steamy.
Exactly.
So, okay, are we now chopping parsley, Fadia?
This is what I wanted to tell him. While his nuts are on the cooker, he needs to watch up they won't burn. Okay? So you see? You need to shake them now and then.
Chadbel, shake your nuts and make sure that they don't burn. Chadbel, are you looking after your nuts? Where are you, Chadbel?
Can you see that?
He's disappeared.
There we go.
Oh, I told you he's a copycat. You just want to copy me. Look at him. Here, Chadbel, can you see?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Fadia, you're so talented. That's so cool.
Exactly. So while they are roasting on the cooker, let's chop some. But have you got, which herbs have you got? Have you got parsley? I've got parsley here.
Yeah, I've got parsley.
Brilliant. Let's chop them.
Okay, here are my nuts. Look at that. Lovely color.
Great.
Oh,
I think they're slightly burnt. Slightly burnt.
Only slightly.
I think they are perfect. You're just jealous. I know.
I mean, okay. Anyway, so moving on, Fadia. So how did you learn this recipe? We're moving away from the nuts, and we want to know, Fadia, how did you learn this recipe?
I mean, initially I learned my cooking since I was very, 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 very little. My grandmother, she was quite ill when I was young, so I grew up in Lebanon. And I did spend lots of time with my grandmother. And sometimes when she was cooking, she let me stir stuff around. So she didn't let me really cook, but I stirred for her sometimes some kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, my mom is a very, very, very gifted chef. The dishes she does and the cooking she does is just amazing. So I've learned lots and lots from my mom as well.
Cool. And what makes this version of Fattet so good? Like, have you ever had a bad version and think I can do this better, and why?
And you will always have bad versions at some point. Yes. It's just, sometimes depending on the tahini you use, sometimes depending on the yogurt. Yogurt is really very important, and depending how much like lemon you put in. So I think it's really, really important. No, what's the most important is chickpeas, to be honest with you, because sometimes you buy chickpeas and they're really, really bad. I did write about chickpeas as well, what to look for to buy and to have a good chickpeas. So maybe you should look at that, or search it up. What's the best chickpeas for you? Because
I know some people like to get the canned chickpeas and just use that as a bit of a shortcut. Would you recommend that, or what do you think that would do to the dish?
I mean, even me, I have cans at home as well, because in emergency, you use just a can. I do prefer to use a jar. I did prepare a jar to show on the camera as well. So if in the emergency, a jar, it tastes just like homely cooked ones as well.
Oh, cool, yes.
Exactly, and it tastes much better than scent ones. So I don't like the scent ones, but
so jar over tin.
And what I do when I'm cooking hummus, because hummus takes long time to cook, so I don't cook only one portion because it's not worth it cooking. So what you do is, if I show you my big pan, you won't believe. I cook like a big pan of hummus, and then you can freeze it. You can freeze it inside the water. You can just take it like this one here with the water, put it inside the freezing bags. So this way it doesn't take much space. And then you put it inside your freezer flat and freeze it. And when you want to use hummus again to do fateh or hummus or whatever, you can just take it, put it inside your pan, defreeze it and cook it, It's
awesome.
really easy.
So we're checking on Shervin.
Samar, don't you love it how Fadia has got emergency hummus for whenever she needs emergency fateh. She's got emergency coffee in her car. Like food for her can come as an emergency. Like it's all planned. I love it.
I do have lots of secrets because of this. Yes.
How can you tell someone is obsessed with cooking? It's like it can be an emergency. I need fateh now. I am actually now just preparing the onions because we're gonna fry the onions and then put the minced meat in it, right?
Yes, onion is very important. I'm chopping your onion already. Okay, I will chop mine as well.
Yeah, I know you are much more organized than I am, but like here I am. I'm just making the onion and I'm talking and I'm doing it at the same time. So if I get a finger in,
yeah, the perfect man. Travel. By the way, what do you do with your stocks? From your herbs.
With my what?
What do you do with your stocks?
Here.
No, the sticks from the parsley.
The sticks.
Here it is.
The sticks. La.
This is all. I really got it.
You cut it in there. Okay, because what I do is I do only the tender ones, the soft ones at the top. And those ones, I keep them by side. I put them to the side. And what I do with them, I will show you. You know how to make pesto?
Oh,
yes. That's a good idea.
I mix them with oil. I put them inside my kitchen machine. Pure them with oil and put it in the fridge. And when you need to fry an egg in the morning or fry steak or whatever, fry it with this mess. It's really delicious.
That's a good idea. So the way I buy them, they come with very, very short stalks, and then I can cut them and they will be like, like you said them.
Okay.
Shervin, I'm impressed that you're not crying whilst chopping onions.
You see me, right? Like I don't feel it at all.
You're not crying. You're like immune.
Completely. I've done it so many times.
Sama, did you realize how long it takes him to cut the onions? I just started with my onion, and look at it. It's already done.
Here.
onions are chopped.
It's already done.
Oh,
Can you see?
fabulous.
Guys, look outside how it's snowy.
I can only see your window out to the garden. Sorry.
Snow.
I can see a bit of snow settling on your patio cover.
Yes, that's it. So should I start frying the onions?
Yes, onions.
The onion for the meaty version.
Onions are chopped, and now when are we going to start frying the onions?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Sharbil, if Fadia has emergency chickpeas and emergency coffee in her car, is there anything that you keep as an emergency anywhere? Like, what is the one thing you have to always have? Emergency.
Have a look.
Beer. Ice?
Steaks. You see?
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh, that's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat.
So, well,
He loves his meat. He loves his meat.
so yeah, I have so much meat.
Sherman loves her meat. His meat. So my oil is already hot. And before I put the onion inside the oil, what I do is I put some salt. The reason being why I put first salt, it won't spray around. So I don't have to clean the walls afterwards, you know.
Someone told me a very good tip about that is to put cling film on the back of the cooker, you know, like on the, where's the cooker? Cling film.
Very smart.
But you don't need those. You put some salt inside the oil before you put anything else, and then it won't spray. You see? Oil are in. Onions. And now? Perfect.
So for me, I'm just waiting for the onion to start frying.
You're waiting for.
Okay, so I'm dying to know, right, Fadia? I know you're making you're showing us how to do a vegetarian version and a meat version, but in your house, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the meat, or do you prefer no meat?
I prefer personally no meat, but my family prefers meat. So this is why mostly I do both versions when I do it.
You see, like, for me, I eat a lot of meat normally, but this dish, this is the first time in my life I have it with meat.
Is it?
Yes, I know you can make it.
You know, with Fattet, if you have shawarma, you put shawarma on Fattet, it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or if you have lamb shank, just take it off and put it on the top. It's really nice.
Also, dried meat is nice on it.
So lamb shank. And I know for a fact now, Sherry, because I said 100 grams of mincemeat, Sherry put probably 500 grams. How much did it take now?
I think I put 200.
Oh gosh. My onion, slightly fried, but still white, as you can see. And now I will add the mincemeat. So I bring mincemeat.
Look.
What are you doing in the pan? Make it in the oven. Can I show you? Look.
You put your bread in the oven, and Sharbil, you've decided to put them on the frying pan.
No. That's a what they call it, iron cast in the oven. Just like I put the iron cast in the oven. It's not a frying. It's grilled, not fried.
And so, Sharbil, you're using pita bread. Why did you not get the flat bread?
It's the same thing. It's just like once you put it inside of the oven and break it, they become the same.
Wait, you said pita bread is the same as Lebanese flatbread.
When
It isn't.
in this specific scenario, like when you're grilling it in the oven, you pretty much end up with similar bread, not in other
Crunch.
circumstances.
The crunch.
Yeah.
The crunch, yes.
Seven, you can use pita bread, you can use Arabic bread. The difference in Fattet is that pita bread is much thicker than the Arabic bread. So Arabic bread is thinner and crunchier. But at the end they are same.
I find pita bread, when you've heated pita bread, it doesn't have the same crunch as the flatbread, the
Yes,
Lebanese
this
flatbread.
is what I just said. Yes, exactly.
It's a bit more chewy. Yeah.
It does. And I mean, it's better if you open it, so you have 2 slices and do each slice separately,
Agree, yeah.
I did the same.
So we have the meat on the onions, yeah?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Travel.
Yes.
I added my meat on the onion. And now, actually, all you need is some salt.
Are you not adding too much salt?
Salt and lemon.
On the meat?
On the meat, yes.
Okay, so I've never used the lemon on the meat, but I will try it.
Right, it tastes really nice. But
So
you can also play around.
My meat, my onion is still cooking. Look at it. It needs a little bit more.
Can you see mine?
Bread.
But you can play around now with it as well with the meat. So you can add shawarma spices and it tastes like shawarma.
Oh, 7 spices. Lebanese 7 spices, no?
If you want to, you can add some shawarma spices. If you want, you can add some pepper. If you want, you can add some nutmeg. It's up to you. So you can play around with the thing.
Have you added your meat yet?
No, the onion needs a little bit more. I also have this, what do you call it? I forgot.
Nutmegs.
Nutmeg.
Yeah. Travel.
Yes.
This is my nutmeg.
Okay, yeah. So I will show you how I have them. Maybe I can show you. So I have all those spices in these sort of containers that has got a magnet and goes here. Look,
I had them. I throw them away.
Look, this is my fridge magnet. All the spices.
I didn't
that's so
them,
cool.
Put them away.
So Fadia, do you always cook Lebanese food in your home, or do you like change it up with different types of cuisines?
No, I change it up. I do cook German food.
What kind of dishes?
Some German food if you like. I love eating spätzle. Do you know what spätzle is?
The sausages.
No.
Do you know what spätzle? Spätzle is handmade pasta, German pasta. It's really delicious, especially with calf meat. Calf is like, the young cow. It's really nice.
And so, did you say you were born in Lebanon, but you lived in Germany?
Yes, my parents moved to Germany when I was a teenager. I was at the age of 13. So I grew up in Germany, went to school in Germany, learned cooking in Germany as well, because at school, and I did like 1-2 years house economic school in Germany, which you need to learn cooking as well.
So you're fluent in English, Arabic, and German.
English, Arabic, as English food, not much. But I do German food, I do Arabic food, I do few Chinese dishes, few English dishes, I do lots of Italian dishes. Yes, I think that's it. I'm not sure. I don't remember, to be honest.
And what's a
I do
typical
bake my own.
typical
I do
Sunday
bake my
dinner
own.
at your house?
Oh, so every time is different. It's depending if I have lessons, cooking courses, or if I have orders or whatever. Every time is different. So it's a huge variety, yeah. And I do bake each weekends to bread as well.
You have quite
So
a big family to feed.
I am a person who like to entertain. So usually I keep my Fridays off. So on Fridays in the morning, I have a coffee morning here, and lots of friends comes along as well. And I have like brunch. So I have 2, 3 different teas or whatever. I have around on the table, I mean, but I have around 40 to 45 different teas at home. And let me switch off because my food is ready already. So I do lots of stuff, on the table. So we have, my friends comes and goes. Some of them they stay the whole time. Sometimes, some of them they come later and leave earlier or however. So I have usually each Friday I entertain at home. Normal
So you've
days.
always
We
got
go
food on the
on.
go.
We have always food on the go here. Yes, exactly. We meet for a picnic. I cook. We go for a walk. I take something with me. So it's always about food and drinks. I do my own drinks. I do my own sharab. Look here. This is my own elderflower squash.
Oh wow.
So I make my own sharab. Yeah, I have a tree in my garden actually. So I make every year like around 50, 60 bottles for the whole year.
You know,
And do
Exactly.
you show how you make that on your social media? So like on Fadia's food adventure, do you show everybody?
Yes, I have the recipe on my Instagram and I have the whole steps over 3 days what you need to do. For example, today, step one, you do this and that. And then I've got the day after, day two, what you are supposed to do and whatever until the end. Yes, I do. And while I do as well, I do my own piece.
so you know, Samar, I was saying, like on the group when we are chatting and showing each other all the photos of food we're making, Fadia is the only one probably who cooks more than me and prepare a lot more stuff than
So
I
you
do.
see, those are empty tea bags and I make my own tea mixes.
Oh yes, I've seen that. I've seen that on your Instagram. That looks really cool.
Yes, exactly. So I
Maybe
do
tell
plenty of stuff.
people, what is your Instagram handle?
And I do have some friends, they are foodie friends as well. They like food. So every time we meet, no matter where we go, we are cooking together. If we are at the allotment, we are cooking. In the garden, we are cooking. Everywhere we go, we have stuff with us. I have always, warmer days, I always have my takeaway spice, whatever, with me. So I have lots of different spices. I have some mark on me. I have lots of sorts of things, and I take
So
with me, and then we can cook.
emergency spices as well as emergency coffee.
Yeah, I have like, your travel, like your travel equipment. I have my travel cooking equipment. So I have them all in one bag with me so we can cook outside. So whatever we find in an allotment or in the garden or whatever, we transform it into something nice.
Cool.
Yes.
I
So
think my meat
are
is
you
ready,
ready?
Fadia. Fadia,
Pardon?
my meat
Pardon?
I think is ready, right?
What do you like?
Is my meat ready here?
Yes. My
You
meat
like?
is ready as well. So can we fix them together now, the stuff?
So what do I do
Okay.
with the meat?
So now we got everything ready.
What do you
Get
mean
your
by
plate,
okay this?
okay? Get your hummus. Have you got your hummus?
My hummus, and then
Have you got your hummus?
I'm heating it up.
You
I'm,
see
I'm
my
heat-
hot hummus?
We're going to put it all together now, right? So all the ingredients together now.
Yes, exactly, but in different layers. Have you got your hummus?
1 minute. So
Have
just
you
to
got
remind
your
you,
pita bread?
first layer is the hummus, and then the bread.
No. Actually, originally, first layer is the bread.
Okay.
Some people, they don't like soaking bread, so they put it in their plate and then they put the fatty on it. But originally, actually, first layer is the bread. So you take the bread, and this is what I like doing. Listen to this crunch now. Can you hear this? Crunching?
I've already done that. Look here. This is my bread.
So you put one.
So this is the bread for me.
So you put one layer of bread.
1 layer of bread.
So you put a layer of hummus.
Layer of hummus.
On the top. The one you did with lemon and with garlic and with everything.
So I put the hummus. The lemon goes on top of the meat, right?
Pardon?
The lemon goes on top of
and inside the hummus as well.
and inside the hummus. Okay. So I put the meat goes at the end.
So now your yogurt, in the meat as well. I did put lemon inside the meat. And now you take your yogurt, put it on top of hummus.
The more lemon, the better. Can never get enough lemon.
No, exactly.
And the order of this is very important, right? So the bread, the hummus, the yogurt.
The tahini yogurt, yes, exactly. And we don't want to waste it, do we? So let's scratch it out.
Sharbin, I'm loving the fact that you're using a glass bowl as well, so we can see the layers and the effect of all of the fateh coming together.
So then the minced meat. So
hold on, yes. So look at this. Now this is the way it should look like. Can you see?
I think Sharbin has already put his meat in.
Already? You just can't wait. Yeah, we can put some meat on it. Yeah. As a decoration, let's put the meat in. On the top. So, and now, let's
now I need to put lemon on the meat, no?
Now it's the garnishing, Sharbin.
Now the garnish. I put already lemon on my meat. You know, when you fry it, you put lemon. I mean, if you are doing a vegetarian version, don't put the meat on. Only the
guys
meat
watching, feel free to send on the comments any things that you would do making this dish. Like in your kitchen, what would you do differently? Would you add tahini? Would you do a different type of meat? Would you do chunks of meat, not mince meat? There is so many different ways that this can be made, and it would be great to hear how you guys have made it in the past, how you've eaten it in the past. So please make sure you send us some comments and questions.
So, and then I put the parsley on top.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the nuts? Look, Shab, this is the way it looks like now. At mine. Can you see?
Okay. This is mine.
I can't. Okay. You put much more meat than me. Yes. You put already the nuts.
Put everything. It's ready.
Okay, now I'm putting the nuts. Oh, something.
Fadia's being incredibly considered and really taking her time with layering everything. Sharbin, literally, you just put everything in the bowl.
Just put everything on top.
Yeah, I don't know how her stomach is.
Sharbin, listen. Sharbin, listen. Sharbin, listen. I don't think you can hear it. No, you can't.
I can hear the sizzle. I can hear the sizzle. Woo!
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I've already had that. So I was saying that I don't know how your stomach is organized. For me, my stomach mixes things up, so I don't bother like not mixing them up here.
All right. So now you can taste. Come on, taste and let me know. How do you like my version?
Oh, so what created that sizzle, Fadia?
You know, because you're layering like one hot layer, one cold layer, one hot layer, one cold layer. So at the end, you have like a cold layer. And what you do is you get your nuts with a very hot olive oil on top of them, and then you put it in. So you heat the olive oil on the top of your nuts and you just put it on. And this is what it creates the sizzle. Because hot on cold, it sizzles.
Fadia, this is absolutely fabulous. Oh
Is it?
my God.
Do you like it?
It is. I'm gonna finish it all.
But Sharbil, where's your sizzle? Where's your sizzle, Sharbil?
I'm sorry.
He wasn't patient enough. He used butter. He used margarine. He used butter. So there's no sizzle.
Oh yes, there is. You just did not hear it.
I put first normal oil here. I nuts. Then I added some olive oil on the top and heat it up and then put it on the top. This is what creates sizzle.
This is how
Hot
it looks
on
like.
cold. Yes, yes. I will send a picture later how it looks on my plate. But yeah, this is how it looks.
Reminding me, I should take photos.
Let me take off the phone and turn it around on the dish. Hold on, I can't turn my camera around now. Moment. No, it won't turn around. Can you see?
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yes. Summer, what's happened?
Now we can see it from the other side. We're getting all angles of the Fattet, all angles.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to disconnect and start eating. I just cannot wait anymore.
Well, I think everyone watching is also really, really hungry, and it looked incredibly delicious, and it was so easy to make as well. Really simple ingredients, like you said, Fadia.
It takes me around 10 minutes and it's already done. And actually, what most people don't realize, the way you do the hummus for the fatty, you just add the onion. No, not the onion. You just add the garlic, you add the cumin, you add the lemon, and that's it. And what you can do is, instead of fatty, you can do exactly the same one, exactly the same. Put it in your food processor, add 2 spoons of tahini, then you've got hummus pasta. So it's exactly the same way, but different dish.
You're full of tips, Fadia. Thank you so, so much. Thank you for joining us on this Lebanese Kitchen Live edition. Sharbil, is there anything you want to say before we wrap up?
I wanted to say that thank you very much for Fadia for joining us. I'm sure we will have you again because, I mean, looking at your Instagram, I just get fat looking at it. It's insanely amazing.
Thank you.
And, one more thing,
Thank you.
Everything from scratch. So even the tahini, she does it from scratch, which is I've never
not
seen
this one, not this one, but I do. Not this one, but I do. Yes, not this one. But look, I saw you one of my best I baked today. Look at this. Look how soft it is.
Yeah,
can you see how spongy?
1 minute.
No, there we are.
Oh, yep. Oh, wow. Wow.
Can you see how spongy it is?
That's a soft loaf. That's a really soft loaf, that. Very
it was
spongy.
3 times the size today morning. So today morning, I baked it before I left to work. So when I came back, this is what is left out of it.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Fadia. Thank you. So we really hope you enjoyed this cook along with us and our guest cook, Fadia. Remember to follow her on Instagram at Fadia's Food Adventures for more delicious Lebanese food and tips. If you'd like to be a guest cook or you have suggestions of what you would like to see, please contact us via the website Lebanese Kitchen Live. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe. You'll get the details of next week's cook along, same time, same place, for another amazing Lebanese food. I'm really hungry.